You've spoken, we've listened. We want more Dexter. Scotland Part 3 is coming up.
Oh, hey there. So you've made it to part 3 of our Scotland trip. But we all know every good story must come to an end. So here's the end of our trip. I hope you guys have enjoyed the story so far, and make sure you subscribe to our channel because we've got more stuff coming, more races, more recaps, more promotional videos, and hopefully more vlogs just like this. Let's get started. We left the Isle of Mull after the half marathon, and we were heading out to Glencoe. So Glencoe is just kind of a beautiful area in the Highlands, known for its vast peaks and valleys. On our way out there, we stopped at Fort William, and Fort William is a really interesting place. It's this really large city on Loch Lomond, which is one of their big lakes up in the Highlands. One of the things in our popular culture it's known for is Harry Potter was shot there. Train leading out to Hogwarts is you can take a ride on that train. Kenzie and I didn't do that, but that was pretty interesting. So a lot of the street was kind of Harry Potter themed that we were walking up and down. But we did take a nice walk there and check it out. And also it's very close to Ben Nevis. And Ben Nevis is Scotland's tallest mountain. And I think it's just slightly over 4,000 feet. We stopped there to head to Loch Lomond to stay the night. And on the way, we stopped in Glencoe and took a nice hike through the Balakalish State Quarry. That was a really cool hike. We saw some great things, some really tall trees with some mist in the woods. It was raining pretty much the whole time, which is a stark contrast to our first couple of days where they had like record highs. Now we're in the 50 degrees and raining. So it's raining, but the hike was beautiful. We came upon some old ruins of, looked like a farm area, and had some fun there before we settled in for the night in Loch Lomond. What's up, Kens? Hiking?
Just got to Glencoe.
Glencoe. And they say it never rains in Scotland. Do you believe that?
Shut up.
It's been raining for 2 days straight. But it feels great. Kenzie, I think we found your dream Scottish house. It's got an archway.
Really cool.
It's crazy. It's in the middle of the woods. Looks like there's a fireplace over there or something. Man, I wonder who lived here and how long ago. It's all encompassed in this rock fence. Goes all the way around. You can go, Kens. Wow.
So we left Loch Lomond and we were heading to stayed 2 nights in Balak, and those 2 days were jam-packed. We got to go visit one of the most haunted places in the UK, the Drover's Inn, and we actually ate lunch there. So that was really cool because we're into the ghost adventures and all that. And we got to go see the city of Glasgow, the cathedral, the necropolis. In Glasgow, we also got to take a bus tour, and it was a tea time tour, so they fed you and drove you around, and you got to see some of the fantastic history in that city. And we got to walk around a little bit and see some of the monuments and the buildings, and it just took your breath away. You know, some of these places, because those cities are so old, and the buildings just you can tell they're old and they're just beautiful. And then we spent another day in Stirling, and we saw the Stirling Castle, the William Wallace monument, and we saw the bridge. So that is the famous bridge there in Stirling. We even squeezed in some time to go kayaking on Loch Lomond, and that was pretty cool. I always love to go kayaking wherever I go and get on the water. Even though it was cold, I managed to take a dip in there, and we had a great time in the next couple of days exploring the city of Glasgow, Stirling.
What to say about Stirling? I mean, one of the most beautiful places in Scotland. Very hilly there. I remember we parked. Felt like we walked a mile uphill to get to the castle, so be prepared for that. But the castle is a must see. I mean, the Great Hall. I remember we spent some time in there, and it was just huge. You could actually sit in the spot where the king and queen would sit at the Great Hall, and we got a nice tour there. So we learned some information there. That was awesome, and they had that also their own little cathedral there too. Honestly, if you go to Stirling Castle, you need to spend the whole time there. We were rushed to get our rental car back in Edinburgh for our last 2 days, and we cut the time short. But we could have spent more. We could have spent another couple hours there easily. So, hope you guys enjoyed our pictures of Stirling, and it was a magical place.
after all this, we finished our trip. Our last 2 days were in the awesome city of Edinburgh. So next we'll tell you all about that.
We went to Edinburgh for our last 2 days of our trip, and I was really surprised at how awesome the city was. I usually don't like big cities like that, but I mean, it was awesome. I mean, there was every day at 1 p.m., for example, they shoot off a cannon, and I got the story behind this. It used to be to let the ships and the people from sea know that it was 1 p.m. time to check your watch and make sure you're on time. They got the castle on the hill, and the Royal Mile we walked. There's just so much to do. We walked everywhere. The cool thing about the city is everything is just so close, and there's just people out. Everyone's very nice. Great food. I think the best food that we had, and Kenzie would agree, was in Edinburgh. There's so many options, even for vegans. Great nightlife. Two of the things that stood out that we did there, two of the big things, is we took a ghost tour, and then we took a vault tour. So the ghost tour was more of stories and a little bit of history, and some of the stories were pretty graphic, and some of the stories of serial killers. We were really into visiting cities and doing ghost tours, so that was really very cool to learn about the history there. Then that tour took us up to a really cool place called Carlton Hill, and we saw some really good architecture up there as well. And then the next night we did the vault tour. In the vault tour, under the city, there's these vaults that were used years ago, and they were long forgotten until about 30-40 years ago, when they were rediscovered, and they're just very unique. And there's a lot of ghosts and stories down there, and history down there as well. So I would suggest, if you go to Edinburgh, getting on a tour, because the tour guides were friendly, very informative. You learn a lot on those tours, and it kind of sticks with you. So that rounds out our trip, guys. That's it for our Scotland trip for July of 2022. I want to thank everyone who watched and checked out our journey. It is special for me and Kenzie to put ourselves out there and to share our life, and we just made this so that you guys could enjoy a little bit. And here's Kenzie. All right, but we will be back hopefully with more trips, more journeys, more to share with you guys, especially about our running business. This vlog was something that I wanted to do, because this was really a trip of a lifetime for us, and really special. Something that we could share, and something that we'll always remember.